This is not just another broadcast. This is Frozen Apex TV, where racing is treated like the elite competition it is, where preparation meets pressure, and where nothing that matters goes unseen. We understand the sport because we understand the drivers, the commitment it takes to be here, the discipline behind every lap, the difference between sending it hard and sending it home. That's why we don't just follow the race, we break it down, corner by corner, battle by battle, from every angle that tells the real story on the track. While others catch the moment, we capture the meaning behind it. The dive bombs that change championships, the defensive lines that define careers, the split-second decisions made at 200 miles an hour. This is coverage built for leagues that demand credibility, for drivers who expect professionalism, and for competition that deserves respect. No missed action, no wasted shots, just pure, uninterrupted racing, delivered with precision. Freeze the moment, own the apex. Welcome to Frozen Apex TV.
All right, and welcome to Phoenix Raceway here for the Arizona Ice-T 150. Qualifying is underway. I'm your host, Fred Truax, and we actually have a special guest in the booth tonight, Dave McCullen.
What's going on? Happy to be here.
Oh, sorry, the music was probably blasting, but that's okay. It was just Dave talking, so you guys didn't miss much.
Yeah, never mind me. I'm just saying I was happy to be here. He was trying to phase me out. It's fine.
My mic was a little quiet at Texas. All right, well, I turned that up a little bit. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah, Price is front row right now. For sure. Dave, I know you mentioned the share. If it seems like it's going to be okay, I will go ahead and I can share that over to you.
Yeah, you're good. We'll make this work either way.
So the drivers are just out warming up right now. So we got a fun night ahead. I believe shout out to Reagan Shockley for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. As you guys at home know, he drives the Arizona Ice-T car. We're in Phoenix, which is in Arizona, so we're here. So Dave is in the booth with us this week. As Metal got stuck at work, he may be able to make like the tail end of the race, but he wasn't sure as he had some stuff come up in the real world sort of deal. So he's unfortunately unable to make it, so that's okay. He covered last week. I'll cover this week, and maybe we'll reconvene next week together for a Weeknight Warrior Sim series. But how y'all doing? How is chat going? We got some warm-up going here at Phoenix with the open dog leg. Gonna be super real wide coming into turn one through that dog leg. It's gonna be exciting. So we got a couple drivers we're going to kind of keep an eye on throughout the night. And it's going to be Reagan Shockley, Kyle Van Drunen, and Buster Malcolm. And we're just wondering, can they break through for their first team win? Which would be Explicit Content Motorsports. And I want to also include Kean Fry in there. He won the best of the rest in Season 1 with a late season surge. We got to see if he's able to continue that momentum into Season 2, which we've already seen him up towards the front a few times. So hopefully again tonight, maybe we'll get another interview with him in the booth at the end of this all. As you guys saw in qualifying, the prices were up front. Both Dawson and Connor. So this is stacking up to be one heck of an event. Dave, I am going to share my entire screen in Discord, but if it starts dropping, I'm probably going to have to cut that. For those at home, you might have saw a little bit of stuttering in the intro. For whatever reason, the second I hit go live, my internet started tanking out on me. So we're all sitting here saying a prayer that nothing bad happens, because we are less than a minute away from this race firing off here at Phoenix.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows too, I'm kind of running double duty here, helping Fred with the broadcast, and I'm also helping with race control at the same time. So if I don't get to chime in real quick, I will just as soon as I can.
Yes. Like Dave said, he will be in and out all night, depending on how much action is happening on the track. So if you guys see a wreck happen on this beautiful raceway, you might not hear from Dave immediately, because he might have to dish out some penalties and keep everyone under control. He's playing flagman tonight. Audrey Brogan rooting on Robbie. Robbie, I think he qualified pretty good. I think he was up top 10 qualifying, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe when I first logged in, he was sitting pretty good. So I talked to a few drivers before the race here. A couple of them were nervous because Phoenix is pretty relentless track. That dog leg really gets some guys, along with turns 3 and 4. A lot of guys have some trouble judging how to take turns 3 and 4. Austin Wright, how you doing? Welcome in. I have a traumatic experience at Phoenix Raceway in another league where I was running pretty poorly. I was not running very well, and we did about 40 laps green. I was sitting probably mid-20-something in the pack, and I was an admin. So we had a yellow come out, and I had to do some admin duty. I don't remember exactly what, but I was kind of in and out of menus, not paying full attention. Well, I rolled through kind of that whole second into third turn and missed the pit entry. So if you're looking at the track right now, the pit entry is on the far side of the track, and the pit exit is closest to us. And I missed pits, so we were about 45 laps on smoked tires. I started on the pole, went 3 wide right into turn number 2, and that's the way she went. I piled up the entire field. So let's hope we don't see any of that, but the sun has set. The lights are on. And I believe we get to call out tonight's starting grid. All right, I believe Dave is probably screaming and yelling at the drivers, trying to get them in their cars and get them in the right spot, so let's call it out. On the pole, Dawson Price in the number 54. Outside pole, Connor Price in the number 28. Row number 2 is going to go to Aiden Stevens and Jackson Sibley. Row number 3 is going to be Hunter Geyer with Robbie Brogan starting right next to him. Row number 4, Russell Windsor and Tristan Haynes. Row 5 is going to go to Dylan Gregg and Matt Morrison. And row number 6, Nick Hames and Owen Vance. Row number 7 is going to go to Omar Rodriguez Jr. and Steven Jack. Jeffrey Bourne and Hunter Izell make up row number 8. Row 9 going to Keen Fry and Jaden Thomet. Row 10 is going to be Warren Appel and Tyler Jones. Row number 11 is going to be Brianna Laurent and Blake Chareau. Row number 12, Kyle Van Drunen and Buster Malcolm. Row 13 is going to be, I believe that's Justin Zemecki, Assistant Race Control, and Nathan Swafford. Danny Barnes and Reagan Shockley making up row 14. Row 15, Travis Farmer and David McCulloch, who I believe is just in for race control, and Blaze Billing will be tail in 31st. There is today's starting grid. Beautiful line of cars. We got the drone up in the air. The Price Bros sitting out front, 28-54, leading us off 1-2. Beautiful throwback of that number 28. Be a Bobby Allison throwback. Beautiful looking car. We're just letting Dave do what he's got to do, get all these guys in ship shape.
I think we're there. Get these guys rolling. I got a couple more to get assigned before they go green, but
All right.
These guys are ready to get this thing rolling now.
Beautiful. I'm going to take a look at the very, very famous cactus camera. For those that don't know Phoenix, this cactus lights up with the lights of the race. So while they are green, this cactus will be green. If they go yellow, this cactus will go yellow. And if they go red, that cactus will go red. Now, there is no reds in iRacing, but it's a very cool cactus and a very unique way to show some lights here at the track. Dawson and Robbie, behave. You boys are getting yelled at and you haven't even taken the green flag yet. Alrighty, we ask every week, but go ahead, tell us who you're rooting for in chat. Who do you guys want to see, at least on the podium, if not in the victory lane at the end of this race? Who do you guys want to be in the top 3 interviews for the night? We got 150 laps. This track is absolutely relentless. We're going to be seeing a fair amount of carnage tonight. You all know it. And you can see that pace car's already pulling it in. He wants no part of this action. We're trying to get everyone packed up here. Looks like we're going to take an additional lap just to make sure that everyone is properly packed in. You can see Dawson Price excited to get this going. Just back, we got Aiden Stevens with Jackson Sibley in the 98. You got the 27 of Robbie Brogan, the 88 of Hunter Geyer. Beautiful backside of a billboard blocking half of our drone shot here. Appreciate that, camera crew. Awesome job, awesome job. All right, I think we're going to keep these guys stacked up here. See if we can't get a little more organized. You can see there was a large gap behind all the leaders there, so... Dawson and Connor, side by side, ready to fire us off here at Phoenix. If this was the old layout, they'd be green right now. The anxiety levels are high. Price brothers are firing us off as we are going green at Phoenix. Show them the flag, Barney. Let's get this underway. 150 laps. Let's do it. And our cactus cam. Oh, and we got one going around already. That looked like that was Hunter Izell going around, showing that he may have crashed. He is able to get that car back in the right direction, but the yellow does come out. It looks like Russell Windsor may have gone around as well. Let's take a look here and see what might have caused Hunter Izell to go around here. So he's looking pretty good coming into the flag. No one really around him. Right there behind Omar Rodriguez. Hops down. Oh, just the bump of the apron, and around he goes, nosing it hard into that inside wall. Now we're going to take a look and see what happened to Russell Windsor. He looked like he was well off the pace, but I didn't see a wreck. Let's take a look here. He works that car back up. Through turns 2 there. Oh, and just gets loose coming around. Good job by everyone behind him avoiding that wreck. Looks like he only took just a little bump on the back. Looked to be no harm, no foul. He keeps that car safely towards the bottom of the track and gets her straightened back out. We have our first caution, only 3 laps in. So Reagan Shockley sponsoring the event tonight in the Arizona car. You guys see him weekly. We're hoping he has a great run tonight at his sponsored race, the Arizona Iced Tea 150 at Phoenix here. Wishing him luck from the booth. Hopefully this isn't the announcer's curse. Shouldn't be. We don't usually dish them out all too often. But I believe we should be going green. Yes, we are. Going green this next time by. Still Connor Price and Dawson Price on your front row here. Aiden Stevens, Hunter Geyer, Jackson Sibley, Matt Morrison, Robbie Brogan, Owen Vance, Dylan Gregg, and Omar Rodriguez Jr. going to lead us off for the 10. See Aiden Stevens, a little bit of a connection blink there. Let's hope that doesn't interfere too much, as the Price brothers are about to drop the hammer and try this again.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get these guys ironed out, settled down a little bit, see if we can get a long green run in.
We don't want Dave to start yelling.
Yeah, I might have to get the hammer out and start hitting my desk.
Yeah. We are back green. Connor Price diving her down to the bottom. Dawson holds that middle line, drives it back up to the top. Connor able to get a good run out of turn 1 there. Sets him up well for turn 2, and you can see he's already starting to peel away. It's a very unique racetrack with that open dogleg in turn 1, allowing the drivers to just drive all the way down to that inside wall. Really opens the track up and definitely can change your strategy and your approach on this track on how you want to race it.
Definitely can, and can also create a little bit of havoc when you got one guy that wants to go to the apron and then come back up and not know that somebody is outside that didn't take the apron with him.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of driver awareness needs to happen at this track as well.
Yeah, you got to have really good situational awareness here as well, because when you dive down, like Dave was just saying, coming back, you got to remerge safely. You don't want to just door slam the guy outside of you. You want to be able to work it back into traffic safely, because you're taking quite an evasive move to go that far down. As we have another yellow flag, looking like possibly Blake Sharrow may have gone around. Let's take a look here. See what might have happened to Blake. Watching Blake in that number 33 Hardee's machine. Right next to Brianna Laurent in that 06. Oh, and that's exactly what we were just talking about, of the situational awareness, knowing your surroundings and knowing where all the other drivers are. We're going to get another replay, another look at this. You can see this is exactly what we were just saying. As you can see, Blake decides to use the dogleg, goes down real low. Everything is totally fine. And he's planning on just remerging back up. He's coming up the track. Brianna's coming down the track, and they both just meet in the middle. And into the wall, hard goes the 33. Brianna chases him up into the wall as well. Both cars with a lot of contact. With Blake Sherrill coming back up the track. It looked like Brianna was coming down the track a little bit. Both drivers just kind of not knowing where the other driver is. And now we have 2 race cars with some damage. Hate to see that. Hate to see that a lot. So we are back pacing again. Lap 10. Rolling into lap number 11. Melvin Drunen, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Nice to see you. One driver I kind of want to take a peek at here, Danny Barnes. We're scoring him up 13 positions already this early in that number 7, that bright pink number 7 there. He's already up, well, now it's 12 positions. My score tower shifts a little bit with when they pass.
Danny absolutely wheeling that thing right now then, isn't he?
Yeah, driving right to the front, up 13 positions. We got, 29 cars in the race, so awesome run so far. The pace car is back in the pits. Connor Price, Hunter Geyer. Connor Price and Hunter Geyer leading us off here as they hit the restart zone. Barney shows them the flag, and Connor fires us off. Connor using that dog leg again. Feeling a lot of speed real low there. You can see some drivers use it, some don't. It is a choice option.
And on restarts, those guys got to be real careful not to dip below that yellow line before the start finish, because they will get a penalty for that.
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah, because that dog leg does open up. I heard that wreck. We didn't see the wreck, but I could hear it.
Yeah.
I don't know who it might have been. Maybe Hunter? Not sure. Let's take a look here.
Matt
This is
Morrison, maybe?
The yellow come out. Not sure. Oh, yep, Matt Morrison. Looks like he went around. Right there. Let's take a look. You can see he's right there in front of Owen Vance. Looks like he caught that 98 pretty quick, and I think his intention was to not get into the back of him. By doing that, he looped himself out, almost had it saved. Just kind of lost her on the bottom. Doesn't look like too hard of a wreck at all, if any. Maybe a flat spot on the tire. Yeah, I think he was trying to knock it into the back of Jackson Sibley, and maybe a little bit of contact, but looked like a good save kind of by everyone involved. See Blake Sherrill on his wave by. We're going to see the pace car pull her on in. There goes the pace car. So we are stacking back up for another restart. Connor Price getting good practice on the restarts here. And we're winding him back up. Let's go round number 4. Round 4 of the greens.
Yeah, I just got done telling these guys we have to tighten this up. We're going to be back to single file restarts here soon. We need to clean it up a little bit out there.
Yeah. Yeah, usually consecutive cautions can bring out a single file restart. As Connor
Great
Price.
group of guys, you know, just everybody needs to settle in. We'll get there. They'll clean this up. I got faith in them.
Dave, Austin Wright is saying in chat that yellow flag is going to be put to work tonight. Are Dave's arms tired yet?
Thankfully, Austin, I'm not the one waving that yellow flag. I just get to push a button. My finger is getting wore out already.
Yeah, that's Barney's job is to wave the flag.
That poor Barney. He's going to be wore out the way we're going.
Connor Price setting on the fastest lap so far. We got Owen Vance working on Dawson Price. Dawson slightly off the pace from putting it up on the pole. Kind of drifting back a little bit. Oh, and him and... Oh, no! Owen going around! Owen Vance and Dawson Price getting together. It looks like we are going to stay green. As Owen was able to collect that car and keep her moving forward. Back up front, Connor Price still holding his own. Over Hunter Geyer in P2. Russell Windsor just come out of the pits. You're going to see the leaders approaching him rather quickly. We've got Dawson Price, Jackson Sibley working on Dawson here. Ooh, a couple cars earning their Phoenix stripes.
It's so easy to do. Come out of 3 right there to get into that outside wall.
Absolutely. We've got one of the big favorites here, Robbie Brogan in the number 27 car.
No way. There's not any Robbie Brogan fans in there, is there?
It's a lot of Robbie Brogan fans in here. We are outnumbered.
As usual.
We can only say nice things about the driver of the 27, or they're going to form a mob outside of the studio booth.
That's fair. That's fair. We like Robbie. He's awesome.
But Robbie racing real hard with Matt Morrison. Sorry, that's actually Omar Rodriguez. Their cars look a little similar today. Omar and Robbie side by side. As Robbie's able to get that position. Omar drops back. Now Omar's got a little battle going with Kean Fry, the 22 machine.
Looks like everybody shook off the jitters and settled in here for a good stint.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get some good, solid green flag runs here.
Had to say
as we say it, literally as we say it.
That's the broadcast curse.
That is the definition of a broadcaster's curse right there, ladies and gentlemen. As our fourth caution comes out, shows its ugly face. Looks like Tristan Haynes and Tyler Jones may have gotten together here. Let's take a look. Tristan Haynes in the 89. That orange, black, and yellow car. It's going to turn 3 and 4 here. We're going to slow it down, just try to get this a little better view. You see 72 at Tyler Jones. Might have thought he was clear on the bottom. Kind of came down the track. Looking like he got into the 89 there. They went, I was going to say they went for a clean skid, but unfortunately, Nathan Swafford gets caught into that as well. And I think that might have been a graphic bug. Looked like some heavy damage, but it fortunately doesn't look like it is. It's Tristan Haynes, Tyler Jones getting their cars collected. Getting everything fired back up. Stop saying it. Thanks, guys. Sorry, young Hida. What's the fuel runs looking like? Well, talked to some of the drivers without giving up too much proprietary information. We're going to average between 50 to 57-ish laps, depending on how aggressive you are. So, we're on lap 26 now, about a half burn. So one driver we were talking to figured they could make it about 57-ish laps. I have our telemetry calculator set to 55. We'll adjust it if we need to. Yes, I have a feeling that you're going to need tires before you need fuel. I don't think it's going to be much of a fuel battle. If I remember correctly, I got comfortably about 40 to 45 laps on a set before I really felt that I needed to change them. So, anywho, Connor Price playing a fun game of Restart Simulator up front here as we are about to go green for the 5th time. But he has been doing pretty good on the restarts. No one's really given him much of a run to start with. Let's see if he can do it again. Back green. He really uses that apron to his advantage. Seems like he can pull right away. He gets up, closes the door on Hunter Geyer. That seems to be the ticket. Start on the inside and dive as low as you can.
Are hard in the wall through 1 and 2 there. Kept it rolling though.
Saw that. Looks like Robbie Brogan back here with Kean Fry and Omar Rodriguez. Oh, I thought they were going to go 3 wide.
Sometimes they do.
Oh no, I
sketchy,
know.
But...
I know they do. I was like, oh no. Ooh,
another car on the wall. That Reagan?
Yeah, that looked like Reagan Shockley was up hard into the wall. Hopefully he's able to peel that off. Might hit him with a graffiti charge. I guess it's okay. He's sponsoring the race, so I guess it's okay.
There you go.
Kean Fry trying to work the outside of Robbie Brogan here for position. Both battling for P7. And there are battles all over this racetrack. I'm not sure which one to look at. Jackson Sibley and Dawson Price here, with Aiden Stevens in that 54. Ooh, Omar clutching the wall coming out of turn 2 there.
He just wanted to fit in too.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe Phoenix is the new Darlington. You just got to get your stripes.
Absolutely. I mean, if you don't leave a little bit of paint on the wall at these tracks, or even trying.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Back here, Dylan Gregg, fresh out of the pits. Currently in 8th. battling with Keen Fry.
Drivers are putting on a great show all the way through the field right now.
They really are. They really are. We go back a little bit here. We're going to take a look at the 36. Sharp-looking car. Kyle Van Drunen here. Trying to get his way up to Jaden Thomet here for 21st place.
You guys watching, you'll see those little, what looks like a puff of smoke. And that's not because somebody hit the wall extremely hard at times. Sometimes it might just be a light graze.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to knock the dust off these walls here. Is Kyle Van Drunen diving around the inside of Jaden Thomet? Can he make it stick? They're right in between the 1 and 2. Thomet had a better drive on the exit there, just carrying more speed. But Van Drunen's not letting him run too far away. Take a look at his teammate here, Reagan Shockley. We saw him hard up into the wall, but that car seems fine. He's up 18 positions. Worked his way up into 10th in that Arizona Iced Tea number 93 Toyota. Driving her up to the front. You can see he's now approaching the 27 Robbie Brogan. Where they battle for that 9th place position.
Owen Vance making another charge after he spun earlier, ended up in the inside wall. He's coming right back up through that field.
Oh, yeah, he is. Already back up to 11th. He's about to be in this battle that we're watching. He's got Hunter Ezell and Matt Morrison right on his bumper.
We were talking with Omar earlier, and on a solid green flag stint here, the guys were shooting for what 48, 50 laps of fuel.
That's what I figured.
How far can they push it, and how hard can they push it on tires before we were talking earlier. They want tires before they want fuel.
Right.
You start seeing these guys lose some tire wear, or create tire wear, and things get a little bit more greasy out there on this track.
Oh, yeah. As Omar's shown, he's got just above a quarter tank of fuel left, but 41 laps. Granted, not all of them were under green flag conditions, so a little bit of fuel life here. Tire. A little bit of rubber left on them tires. Wow, that was really difficult for me to say.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. As Omar is looking pretty good. He's up 7 spots into the 6th place position. As the yellow...
Making me want some Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Oh, yes, it does. Matt Morrison goes around on the front stretch. Looks like he may have collected the 44 of Jeffrey Bourne. Let's take a look and see what happened here for our number 5 caution. So Matt Morrison diving her in there. He's underneath Hunter Ezell. Ooh, maybe some miscommunication. Wow, Hunter gets airborne. So does Matt Morrison. Man, oh man. Jeffrey Bourne with nowhere to go. My gosh, we're going to take another look at this one. We had a couple cars go way up into the air. Looks like Matt Morrison, Hunter Ezell just meeting in the middle again. Matt Morrison hard into the wall. Hunter Ezell goes airborne. Matt Morrison, no control of that number 6 machine. Goes around and around and around. Jeffrey Bourne trying to avoid it. Gets collected. Heavy front end damage on the 44 machine. Man, a lot of cars involved in that one. I want to take a quick look. Just kind of get a view here. On the nose. Oh, where is he? All the names on my board are shifting all around. Let's just take a look here. So we're rolling the bottom. This is very slow. We're going to start coming up so that way we can set ourselves up for the next turn. You don't want to be on the bottom of the track. And there's the contact. You can see that car shifting. And here is the wall. We are up in the air. Hunter Azell, airborne. Going for the spin cycle. I hope you're not getting dizzy. You can see the contact there riding on Nick Hames' ride. Getting a good view of this. It's Hunter Azell. Gonna take a look off the rear of this car. In full speed here. Contact. He went airborne. What an interesting wreck. We're very fortunate that neither of these cars went over, as two cars were in the air on the same wreck.
Yeah, that could have been that had to have been a pretty wild ride for Hunter getting in the air like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Hunter put them hydraulic hopper kits and he jumped straight up. I mean, technically speaking, every green flag run we get seems to be longer than the previous, so let's hope we can keep that going. As Kean Fry and Dylan Gregg firing us off, Robbie Brogan and Connor Price, row 2. Kean Fry diving her down, Dylan Gregg trying to make magic happen on the outside. As Kean's going to be leading her here. Don't look now, Robbie Brogan there in P2, making the moves. Now just take note, they are on older tires, where Connor Price has fresh tires, but Robbie Brogan is leading us right now. Ooh, a little loose on the bottom. You can see Connor Price dove her far down, trying to make it happen. As they are about to be side by side here into turn 1, 3 wide. Connor Price sticking it on the bottom. Looks like he's making it work. He's got fresh rubber on that car. That car is able to stick wherever he wants to put it. And Connor Price back to the front. We got another car into the wall. Looks like Tristan Haynes. Oh, up and over.
Oh,
my,
man.
oh my. That looked like a nasty, nasty wreck. Jaden Thomet giving the meatball. Ooh. Man, crazy he's able to drive that car away. We just saw that car almost go over. Or maybe he went over. I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look, see what happened here. Out of the turn. They're just about 3 wide. There they go, 3 wide. Just miscommunication on the 3 wide. Drives right across the nose. Jaden Thomet. Looks like they are going to collect the number 9 of Travis Farmer in that. Blaze Billing was in that. Hunter Zell, I think, has been in every single wreck today. We got Blake Sharrow was involved in that. The 20 got more contact and up and over for the 89. Hard hit. 31 and Nick Hames. I don't think he was in this one either. Let's take a look. Let's ride along with Nick Hames again. I don't know if he was a part of this. If he is, it was light. Checking up, seeing everything. Oh yeah, he did. He got in the back of that 20. Doesn't seem like much damage, though. He's able to keep her going. Doesn't look like that car got too much damage. So Nick Hames. Another good job keeping her alive, and with just how many meatballs are getting thrown around this dinner table tonight. Just staying alive might be paying the bills tonight. You're just one of the last ones standing. Might get a top 10. We are going to be going green for lap 50, and we're 6 yellows deep. Watch from blazes, please. We'll have to maybe try to catch it on the next one as we're about to go green. Sorry about that. But I did see he was a part of it. That was a crazy wreck. Now we got Connor Price, Keaton Fry, Robbie Brogan, Hunter Geyer, Dylan Gregg, Dawson Price, Aiden Stevens, Owen Vance, Steven Jack, and Jackson Sibley are your top 10. Firing us off with Keaton Fry, Robbie Brogan, and Dylan Gregg have not pit yet, so keep an eye on them. The 22, 27, and 21. All the 20s haven't pit. Well, Connor Price has. So Connor, another good launch. Leading a ton of laps in this race so far. Keaton Fry trying to make her work on the outside there, alongside Robbie Brogan in the 27. Robbie tucks her back in, pulls it into third. You're 51 laps deep. I'm thinking, I'm really thinking tires at this point, and quite possibly fuel. I can't imagine that there's all too much left in these cars that haven't pit yet.
No, they have to be about out. I can't believe it didn't pit on this last caution.
Well, they could be playing the game of multiple cautions, and it might just be coming out again here in a second. So,
yeah, there's that.
That could be a strategy play.
They're keeping race control busy, I can tell you.
Yeah, I bet. Keaton Fry here holding pretty strong in P3. Robbie Brogan dives her to the bottom, trying to make up a little bit of ground.
Owen Vance getting up to 5th place. That's impressive after his spin earlier.
Yeah, he went through that skid earlier, and he's already right back in it, fighting for him. Looks like Dawson Price trying to work his way through the pack as well. Remember, he started on the pole, so he was fast. He was fast at least for one lap. Now, if you're the drivers approaching... Oh, Robbie Brogan!
No!
Oh, hard into the wall. No. Oh, there's a big pileup. That is the big one, ladies and gentlemen.
Mayhem. Absolute mayhem.
And Nick Hames rolls through it again untouched. Oh, man, that's not a good one. Not entirely sure what happened. He's going to need the tow. Let's take a look. Watching Robbie Brogan here in that number 27 machine. You can see he and Keaton Fry awfully close there on the exit. As he just gets loose on those older tires. Robbie just got that car loose, and you can see Owen Vance just clips the tail of him. Around he goes, bounces off the inside, and that car just gets chucked up into Reagan Shockley. I believe that got into Aiden Stevens a little bit. See the number 7 at Danny Barnes, little early accident avoidance getting into the wall on the bottom. The 21 goes airborne. Russell Windsor of accident avoidance on the bottom. And here is the point of view of Nick Hames again. Just driving through the scrapyard of cars, keeping her alive. Somehow Nick Hames getting lucky. He's down 2 positions, but he's keeping the nose of this clean. As Robbie Brogan's in the pits with a meatball, unfortunately.
Yeah, tough night for Robbie. bound to happen on a track like this, though.
Yep.
Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, man.
Now, while we have a quick second, I did want to go back to the wreck before this one and just see if we can get... I'm trying to find a camera angle here, but I'm unable to find it. Here we go. Right along with Blaze. This is the wreck previous. So this is Blaze's POV of the wreck that's about to happen in front of him at full speed. So this is the last, not the most recent, but the last one. Oh, as he does get involved. And he skids around, keeps it off the wall. Good job. Did catch a little bit of that wreck. As we are gearing up, gonna go green this next time by. The spins tonight are intense. There are a lot of drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers that are currently not on the track right now. Whether they are getting repairs in the pits or completely out of the race or even serving penalties. Yes, we came in with 29 drivers, and 8 of them are not on the track at this moment. So, got the 28 of Connor Price again with Hunter Geyer going to be on his outside. Keen Fry still hasn't pit yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what this 22 machine can do. We're going to go green. It looks like maybe next time by. Race control might be using the big scary angry words at the drivers. And just organizing where everyone has to be properly. So should be going green lap 60, lap 60. Still not quite halfway through this one. The pace car poles are on in. Connor Price, Hunter Geyer, Keen Fry, Owen Vance, Dawson Price, Omar Rodriguez, Aiden Stevens, Jackson Sibley, Russell Windsor, and Kyle Van Drunen. Kyle's up 13 spots into top 10. We're going to keep our eye on the number 22 machine of Keen Fry as everyone's on fresh tires around him. So hopefully he has a good feeling of this car, because everyone else should have a lot better, at least traction. And you got to kind of wonder about fuel as well. I can't imagine that there's all that much fuel left in that 22 machine. So we're just going to keep an eye on him for maybe a lap or two. So Kean Fry able to wheel that car pretty well. You can see Owen Vance is about to try to put some pressure on. But a lot of these other drivers are also thinking, how much pressure do they want to put on a car on old tires, because they don't want to be the reason for a wreck if they get up too close and that car comes free. Owen Vance putting the pressure on for P3. Dawson Price right there. Dawson diving her down to the bottom, trying to work his way underneath Owen Vance. Omar here just sitting back with Jackson Sibley waiting for something to explode, and, well, there goes something exploding. Yellow flag is out. Looks like it might be Danny Barnes and Blaze Billing. Let's get a look at this one. Let's take a look. You can see Danny Barnes in that bright pink number 7. Blaze right behind him in the black number 96, I believe. Yes. Yeah, the contact with the 7 and the 44. Blaze just nowhere to go. Gets into the back of that 44 machine. He goes around. 44 is going to come down in front of that 21 of Dylan Gregg. Ugh. What an unfortunate wreck. Just kind of getting thrown 3 wide. Not a ton of room to make a move. And 44 and the 7 get together. 7 goes around. Blaze gets into the back of the 44. And Blaze goes around. The 21 gets collected. Looks like Blaze might be okay. He might be all right. I don't think he had a lot of damage from that wreck. Robbie was doing good, and he's back out. He's right there, driving past the camera. It's back down to 22nd position. Team's able to get that car fixed and back out on the track. So he's a few laps down, but he's back out. He's not out of this one yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that there is one quick repair. We'll have to confirm that to Dave once he gets all this mess sorted out here.
To be honest, I don't remember if there is a fast repair or not. It's been a while since I've ran in this league or been able to help out.
I believe that there is one.
I think
no fast repairs. Okay.
No
right.
fast repairs.
No fast repairs, so must be Blaze, or not Blaze, Robbie just getting lucky. Just getting lucky and getting that car able to be fixed. Good crew. Good pit crew.
Here we go again.
Connor Price, Hunter Guy are getting pretty close to being together on these restarts here.
Travis Farmer back there with a lot of damage in front of his car.
Yeah, you can see that whole nose cone is completely off. Connor Price leading us to green for the 9th time today. Lap 65. 10 laps away from our halfway point. Connor Price firing her to the bottom. He's been pretty dominant about on every restart. As Owen Vance made a big move, and he moves up to 3rd.
He's had that car on a rail for a while. He's doing a good job putting that thing up to the front.
And we were mentioning 2 drivers here. Side by side, Kyle Van Drunen. And I guess he's just behind him. Buster Malcolm. Buster up 14 spots. Kyle up 15 spots. A couple big chargers here. Travis Farmer up 13 spots. Danny Barnes is up 14 spots. Blaze Billing is up 17 spots. There's a lot of guys that didn't qualify good. You're starting to see them drive their way up and through the pack here. As Van Drunen's now battling side by side with Russell Windsor. I believe Russell won last week.
Starting to see a lot of drivers trying different lines through 1 and 2, and you'll start to see that higher line come into effect the longer these runs go.
Yeah, once the track starts taking up some rubber. Ooh, Nick Hames and Buster Malcolm looks like they may have been involved with something together. Let's take a look. You can see Buster on the outside, Nick on the inside. Oh yeah, looks like Buster was really wanting to put her on the bottom of the track there. Maybe didn't realize that the 31 kind of owned the bottom of the track and Drives it right across the front of him. We were picking on Nick on how well he was doing accident avoidance, and it figures that he gets collected into one, but doesn't necessarily seem to be his fault on that one. Robbie Brogan getting the lucky dog. You see him get a lap back around the outside. Yeah, Owen Vance has been a lot of fun to watch across not just Weeknight Warrior, but multiple leagues. Seems to be a driver that, even in adverse conditions, can really make a lot of moves, regain some positions, and fight his way to the front. Anyone that remembers earlier this year, he seems like he keeps getting screwed out of good finishes by getting taken out in the last minute. So hopefully tonight, maybe he'll be able to capitalize on something. He definitely has good momentum and good pace here at Phoenix, as he's up nine spots.
Talking with him too. He hadn't started this iRacing platform all that long ago either, so he's just naturally fast.
He's very new. He's only a few months in iRacing total, right? He got it, over this last winter?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's right.
So, yeah, brand new to iRacing and able to compete with some of the best out there right out of the box. I mean, as he continues learning this and getting more comfortable in the seat of that number 48, he's going to absolutely be a terror on the racetrack. Gonna have to keep an eye on that 48.
And not to change the subject, but I keep seeing Omar Rodriguez Texas Roadhouse car, and he is making me hungry.
Yeah, no, that is great branding, putting Texas Roadhouse on Omar's car, because Omar, another driver who always finds his way to the front. Pretty good promotional op there. I wonder if we can get a Texas Roadhouse race going on, where just Omar buys steaks and them sweet rolls for everybody.
I like the sound of that.
I do too. Understanding we all live in different states and different areas, so we can take gift cards. Connor Price firing us off again with Hunter Geyer. Connor Price just absolutely dominant on these restarts, as we have officially crossed halfway of the Arizona 150 here at Phoenix Raceway.
Well, we have definitely dwindled down this field, but we're still putting on a hell of a show for us.
Yeah, for sure. You can see Hunter Geyer is starting to find a little bit of pace. He's been kind of the first person to really put a bumper to a bumper on Connor Price here. He's not letting Connor run away with it like Connor's been doing. Looks like Hunter Geyer's kind of right there. Just look here. We've got Russell Windsor side by side with Kean Fry and Dawson Price just in front of him.
And I got to say, that number 13 Fast Fred's car looks real sharp. I had to get a plug in there for that car.
That sounds a little bit biased because your name's above the window.
Well, couldn't ask for a better guy to be wheeling it for me. You know what I mean?
He's done a terrific job filling some big shoes in that car, and I got to agree with you. That's one of the guys I would want in one of my cars.
Oh, for sure.
Very, very quick driver, very safe driver, very smart driver, real good at conserving. So I won't be surprised if we see him just start picking off positions if we get some green flags going here. Back up front, Owen Vance putting it to the inside of Hunter Geyer. Ooh, Ooh, that was a pucker moment.
Mhm.
Especially if you were in that Texas Roadhouse 92, because I think if there was contact there, it was coming right across the hood of the 92 machine.
Would that have been a brown flag?
I would think that'd be a brown flag, yes.
Hunter Geyer doing a hell of a job up there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Hunter Geyer definitely holding really, really good pace. Ooh, a lot of cars up scrubbing the wall there.
You've hit on it before. I mean, it's a 1 mile track, and you wouldn't think this would be a super technical place to race, but it definitely is. It's just not a normal design, if you will.
Yes. Yes.
3 and 4 are not what you would think they would be, and you got the dog leg. It's very technical, and I can't explain it any other way than to just say that.
Right. And no, it is. And when you think of a NASCAR or an asphalt oval track, you think exactly of that. As you have your standard ovals, your cookie cutter 1.5 mile oval tracks. You think of just a traditional oval or even a tri-oval, where like the start finish lines kind of protruded a little bit out of the oval. But when you look at a top down view of Phoenix, I actually have one here. You can see that unique shape right at the bottom. That is the dog leg. You can see the red line on the bottom of the track. That red line is the start-finish line. So that dog leg really makes this track such a very unique shape. It's not a traditional oval. So you can see 1 and 2 is kind of a more traditional oval shape. You have the long backstretch. And then you have like a tight turn into turn 3, and then just a long, never-ending sweeping exit out of 4 directly into the dogleg. And then the dogleg that you can sometimes go 4, 5, 6 wide in that dogleg. So Phoenix is such a unique track when you're discussing asphalt ovals that it can get super narrow and it can get super wide. And even I believe the degree of the pitch in the turns, the banking is separate as well. So it's not surprising that we're seeing a good amount of yellows during this race, just because it's a tough track to learn, comparing it to your standard 1 to 2 miles traditional ovals. It's very unique, very, very unique. Not a direct comparison, but another track that's very unique is Gateway, with the really big, I believe it's real big turns 1 and 2 and real narrow turns 3 and 4.
Yep.
So Nathan Swafford here, currently 18th. He's up 8 spots. Heard in chat that he's been conserving. He might want to hit the loud pedal a little bit harder, as Connor Price is knocking on his door, and there he goes a lap down.
Yeah, he did the right thing there. He keyed up and asked where the leaders wanted him to be, and did the right thing to
that's great.
Stand out of the way.
Yep. You want to be in communication with your leaders. That helps this all stay green, and it also helps not screwing a leader out of the lead or the win. Communication is key on tracks, especially shorter tracks like this, where it's bound to happen to have cars going a lap down. Your leaders want to run their fast line, and it's just a little bit of mutual respect for the other drivers that are about to get overtaken to allow the leaders to run the line that they want. So, as you heard Dave say, Nathan was asking kind of where they wanted him to be so he's not in their way. Because the last thing you want to do as a lapper is take out the leaders. Trust me, I'm a lapper quite often. Especially if I was on the track at Phoenix, we're 89 laps coming to lap 90. I'd probably be 85 laps down right now.
Oh, now, Fred.
Anywho, let's talk about them sweet rolls at Texas Roadhouse again.
Yeah.
With that honey
Still
butter.
Mouth watered about that.
I could go for a steak right now.
Oh, stop it, will you?
Kyle Van Drunen has been just a consistent top 10. Gained 13 spots. He started 23rd. He's up to 10th. And I don't know if he's fallen out of the top 10 since he's gotten up here. So great run for him. Glad to see him cracking up into the top 10. Looking back, Travis Farmer's in 15th. He is up 14 positions, but you can see he's turned this into what looks like a Whelen modified front end. Going to be interesting in post-race tech if that's going to pass the aero portion of the tech inspection. You can see that front end is ripped right off that car, but he's still able to keep her going pretty quick. Driver we don't talk about nearly enough, Warren Appelt here. Currently in 17th. He's up 2 positions. Holding pretty strong. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this driver is out of Australia. In the Discord, they seem to pick on him a little bit with the World Cup going on and America beating Australia and whatnot. So I think I've picked up that he is from Australia. And I believe we have another, and this one might be totally wrong, but Stephen Jack behind, I believe, is from Scotland, or is Scottish heritage.
Nice to see some different demographic throughout the field.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot in oval racing. You see it a lot in GT. So nice to see it in here tonight.
Just wondering if any of them would want to give us a box call.
Yeah, we need that right.
Try to get one in every accent. Collect them all.
I can cue up the sound.
So everyone watching at home, how are the audio levels? I know there was a couple comments in the beginning that the audio levels were a bit skewed. I was a little bit quiet at Texas. Does everything seem a little bit better? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear the race okay? And can you hear Dave all right?
Oh, nobody wants to hear me, man. They want to hear.
Okay. What's that? Oh, just mute
Fred.
Dave? Okay, we can just mute
Fred.
Dave. I'm waiting for Metal to hop in the chat and say, mute Dave, get me in the booth.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. We're missing him tonight, especially this is his home track as he's from the area, so he was looking very forward to the Phoenix race and calling this out as it's a little piece of home for him, but unfortunately, duty calls and he had to work a little bit late. All right, thank you that the audio levels seem good.
We got your back, Metal. We got you, buddy.
All right, as Connor Price is just dominating here at Phoenix. Worked his way through basically the entire pack of lappers. As we are working our way into only 50 laps to go. 2/3 of this race down. Awesome. Appreciate the sound check, everybody.
Still don't feel like anybody's pushing real hard just yet. Everybody's kind of just settling in and finding a rhythm here. And
Just getting
things will get real dicey with about 15 to go.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking a lot of these drivers are 60-something laps on tires. Because the last pit lap was, for the leaders at least, was lap 43. So it makes you wonder.
Green flag pit cycle here.
That would be amazing if we could get a green flag pit cycle at Phoenix. Not something you really see all too often.
Nope, not much.
So we're watching Dawson, Price, Key, and Fry here.
I think
Both
we're gonna have
cars.
some pits coming here soon.
See, they are a little bit loose on the back end. They are definitely could use a little bit of rubber underneath their cars. I'm assuming a lot of these drivers are like, well, I'll stay out as long as I absolutely can because, well, there's got to be another caution, right? Like, I feel like that's a heavy mentality here. So Russell Windsor puts her to the bottom underneath Key and Fry. Gaining up into P7.
Yeah, we definitely got some guys coming to pit lane.
Yeah, looks like Owen Vance, Dylan and Greg both in the pits right now.
Awesome. Price got real loose there coming out of the 4.
Whoa, yeah. Dawson Price is on ice skates right now. Those tires are shot on that number 54. Gotta think, how long is the 54 going to keep running these?
Can we get a in-car of that 54 car right now to see his wheel input and how he's hanging on to that thing?
Absolutely. You see, just absolutely sawing at the wheel. Here we go. Coming into turn number 3. Putting her down on the bottom, steering it good and hard as that car's tight on entry, loose on exit. Telltale sign that these tires are faded right away.
Yeah, you just see him working that wheel. He's doing everything he can to hold up that momentum and keep it together.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that you got Aiden Stevens right to your outside, so you have very little room for any wiggle. And these cars really want to wiggle once these tires are wore out. So we are riding along here with Dawson Price. He is in a battle with Aiden Stevens. As Aiden comes down and closes the door on him. You'll see just how much movement is in the wheel. See Russell Windsor working that outside, and Dave's number 13 up there.
Kind of surprised we haven't seen multiple cars coming down pit lane together yet.
No, I'm very surprised we haven't seen much for really these front guys pitting yet. So we've got a number of drivers. There goes Connor Price pulling her into the pit, your race leader. Connor Price, the first one cracking her in. That's going to leave Hunter Geyer as the new race leader.
And it is such a long way around to your pit stall at this track.
Oh, yes. It feels like you're in the pits forever. And the yellow comes out.
And a caution.
The yellow comes out with Connor Price in the pits. Warren Appelt may have crashed. Let's take a peek here in the number 9 machine. He's working his way up around Hunter Izal. Omar right behind him. Ooh, maybe a little bit of a please get out of my way from Omar. Giving him a little pop on the bumper. Just being a little bit quicker. See if we can get another shot of this here. Pelt is definitely a little slower than this lead pack on the bottom. Omar, I don't think it was any sort of egregious move or intentional, but the 9 being that much slower than the 92 on the bottom, I think just kind of caused a wrong place, wrong time scenario here. But as to no one's surprise, just about everybody is in the pits right now. So let's take a look here. Hunter Geyer's going to be scored the race leader. At least pulling it into the pits. But I'm not sure where that's going to put Connor Price, as he was in the pits. When all of this kind of transpired, so. So Connor Price, I believe he's going to get the wave around here. He's going to be able to take up towards the tail. And that's going to be interesting for the driver of this 28 machine, as we haven't seen him have to really work through traffic yet. He's kind of been out front this entire time. So it's going to be interesting to see just how Connor Price can navigate through traffic that's going to be starting right in front of him. Hopefully, with how dominant of a car that 28 has been, I don't expect it to be all too difficult for him to find the front again.
And to extend the caution there while these guys get all this worked out.
Yeah, a little
additional pace lap.
Lot going on here. But don't look now. Your pole sitter, Dawson Price, going to be right on that outside pole again. We were just riding around with him. Now he's on some fresh rubbers. We enter the 10th caution. Should be going green here on lap 114.
Go.
And here we go. Hunter Geyer, Dawson Price leading us off. Hunter, good jump. Ooh, looks like Travis Farmer might be getting a black flag. So Aiden Stevens going to that inside lane underneath Dawson Price. Russell Windsor, Jackson Sibley side by side through the turn here. Out of 2. Whoa, real close for comfort there. Jackson Sibley putting it on the bottom, and the yellow's back out. Oh boy. Looks like a bunch of drivers involved here. Let's take a look. We got Jeffrey Bourne leaving the pits. Or, well, no, coming up out of the dog leg. He just walks that car around, bounces off the inside. Ooh, gets into Tristan Haynes. Oh, and you can see Connor Price getting involved in that as well, right at the bottom. Oh, Warren Appelt is a part of that. Travis Farmer making it through. Oh, no. Connor Price looking like he's got some decent damage. Looks like Hunter Azell's got some good damage as well. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Connor here. Let's take a look. As you can see, Jeffrey Bourne breaks the rear of that car free. Owen Vance maybe on a checkup just to get out of the way. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Connor Price. If he made a move to try to just natural move to wreck avoidance, or maybe Matt Morrison just put it there. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell from our angles that we have, but I can't figure that Matt Morrison really got into him a ton. Maybe. Yeah, Connor Price going around, Buster Malcolm just adding a little bit of insult to injury there. Oof. Tough break for the 28. Was running absolutely fantastic. Has led easily the most laps of this race. No discussion. And now he's sitting in the pits with a broken race car. A lap down now. Number 6 got into him. Gotcha. Yeah, tough wreck for a lot of fast drivers with a jumbled up restart like that. It was, I didn't want to say bound to happen, but unfortunate that it happened. Especially to a driver who led 3/4 of this race. Anywho, Hunter Geyer, Aiden Stevens going to fire us off. Dawson Price and Russell Windsor, row number 2. We are back green. Hunter Geyer firing out of there like a cannon. 30 laps the distance. I believe it'll be 30 next time by. Oh, Russell Windsor getting up into the wall. He's going to be... Thought he was going to be 3 wide coming back down. Scrubbed off a lot of speed there. Went from 4th back to 6th. Lost a few spots. See if that 13 machine will be able to get her back in, as Omar was able to capitalize on the mistake. So was Jackson Sibley.
Owen Vance working on making another charge from back there.
Yep.
You can see now Dawson's got some 2 tires on. He's able to hold on to that car a hell of a lot better at this point.
Yeah, as you can tell, the track must be kind of cooling as the sun is definitely setting over the Arizona sky, because Hunter Geyer just put down the fastest lap of this race with a 26.54. There are your best lap times. 26.542 for Hunter Geyer. Quickest lap of the race so far. Here are your gains and losses. Hunter Geyer up 4 spots. Omar is up 8. Keen Fry up 10. Kyle Van Drunen up 14. Barnes up 17. Blaze Billing up 20 spots. My, oh my.
Wow.
A lot of moving and shaking happening here.
And I'll point this out. You guys will see on the ticker there, Windsor's showing in car 29. He's actually in car 13.
You know, I didn't notice that until you just said it. But yeah, 13 on the door, 29 on the ticker.
Yeah, when I joined the session, I didn't think about changing my number around so that it would display correctly. So when I got in the session before him, it took the number 13 away from him. So that's why it's showing that way.
Gotcha.
Woo.
A little bit of evasive action happening there.
Teammates trying to do what they can around each other and stay out of harm's way. Key and Fry's got a sharp-looking car, too. A lot of good-looking paints out here.
Yeah, Key and Fry in that Joey Logano mock-up looks pretty sharp. Looks like a cup weekend. Yeah, there's a few cars that I definitely enjoy looking at out on the grid. Gotta say, I'm a pretty big fan of the pink rims on the Kyle Van Drunen. I believe that's a breast cancer awareness car.
Definitely catches your eye.
Yeah, it definitely pops. It stands out. Same thing with Danny Barnes in the pink car. Just pops. It doesn't look like anything else on the grid.
You got any driver-facing shots tonight, Fred?
I do have some driver-facing shots, yes. I usually save them for the interviews.
I got you.
They look a little something like this.
Look at that guy.
We are with Jackson Sibley riding around the cockpit of his machine. Pop back
man,
one.
We can see his RPMs. He might get mad at us for this.
Yeah, we're not blurring out his dash. Russell Windsor here in the Toyota. And here we are with Aiden Stevens. And Hunter Geyer out leading it.
That man is on a mission right now. He's stretching that lead out pretty good.
And look at how calm he looks. Cool, calm,
Very
collective.
relaxed.
Very
poised.
relaxed. So he is now starting to put that gap on. About a 1.5 second gap here. Now, do you
Owen
think
got real loose back there?
You think these drivers are going to want to pit again before this is over? Last pit, about 111. We're currently on lap 133. We've got 17 to go.
I think the only way these guys do it now is if the leader even thinks about it. Other than that, I think they'll ride this out.
I think I'd agree with you. Unless they really start burning tires off, I don't see them needing it. Hunter Geyer has caught some lap traffic here. He's got to work his way around. Now, if this works correctly, we're just going to take a second. Here are your current point standings. I believe that this is correct. Nathan Swafford leading. No, I don't believe that is right. Ignore that. I don't have an access to the actual points immediately, but I believe it's still trying to pull from after Daytona. That could be correct. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't want to be throwing up false information without knowing it.
That's fair.
Dawson Price just made a cool move. Set himself up for P2. Did a good job keeping that car alive. Now he's got to go on the long trek to Hunter Geyer to remind him why he was the pole sitter. He's got 14 laps to do it and a couple fast cars behind him.
Laps winding down. Tensions are rising.
They are ticking down. Hunter Geyer is leading us here. I had a feeling it. Any second now, we're going to really start seeing some moves start to form. See that 13 of Russell Windsor. Whoa, Jackson Sibley up into the wall. Russell Windsor trying to work that outside lane, getting it up side by side with Dawson Price. Can Russell make it stick on that outside?
This is what I was saying about later in these runs, that higher line coming into effect.
Yeah, for sure. Right, it looks like Russell's going to be able to close the door. No, don't speak too soon.
Should have it here.
There he goes. He's got her closed now. Russell Windsor takes over the sole ownership of position number 2. Does he have what it takes to make about a 2 3/4 up on Hunter Geyer?
Might have to go over and get in the radio and say, hey, the throttle's on the right, bud.
Shout out to Omar for dumping the 9 when I went down pit road. And the 6 for just wrecking me. Most dominant car of the night. This is pathetic. This is Connor Price, by the way. Yeah, Connor, we rewatched that. That was a tough break, man. You led like basically every lap until you wrecked. That was tough. That was tough to watch. Dominant performance, too.
Dawson looking like he's getting loose again. I don't. Maybe just dove it in a little bit too hard there. But
Yeah,
car
Dawson
looks to be getting a little bit loose on him again.
seems like he's driving her real hard here. We only got 7 laps to go, so you got to start making your moves. Looks like you're going to start burning your stuff up. Now's the time to do so.
Keep an eye on that gap between Geyer and Windsor and see if he's.
I was just going to say, he
closing it up
is
or not.
slowly chipping away. Does he have enough in 6 laps to chip it all the way away is the question, though. He is catching on him. It was about 1.75 when he got into second. Now it's 1.4, 1.45.
Sibley keeping right there with him, keeping
Yeah.
pace, trying to put the pressure on Windsor.
Yeah, Sibley's holding on terrific. We've got 5 laps remaining. Omar just outside of it here. Currently rolling 5th. Wonder if he's going to throw his name in the hat here, if he can catch up to Dawson. Another driver.
You can never count out Omar Rodriguez.
No. Kyle Van Drunen just has gotten up into the top 10 and has just maintained this the entire race. Fantastic run for the 36 machine here. Gained 14 spots and hasn't looked back, really, other than a little bit through pit rotation. Currently running 9th. Great run. Nick Hames, awesome accident avoidance all night. Got in a little bit of a scuffle, but kept his nose clean terrifically all night, if terrifically is a word.
We'll make it a word tonight.
Yeah. But Hunter Geyer, seeming like he's the class of the field right now. 88 machine. D2D racing here. Just got to hold on for 2.5 laps. Sorry, 1.5 laps. Whoa, Russell Windsor really loose out of 4. That's going to open up a door for Jackson Sibley right behind him. So they're side by side here coming to the white flag. Russell Windsor doing everything he can to try to salvage this P2. He's running so good until that last turn. Sibley putting the pressure on. We got a drag race. Hunter Geyer.
Get a good finish here.
Hunter Geyer's going to pick her up at Phoenix. Congratulations to the 88. Russell Windsor able to rally back. Omar almost looping her out of 4. Could say that car was extremely loose there. He's able to pull her into a 5th place. What a finish. Finish strong. Nice long green flag run. Hunter Geyer getting the bump from Jackson Sibley. I believe they are teammates. They are teammates going P1, P3. Russell Windsor upsetting the 1-2 punch there, getting 2nd. So we are going to interview your podium. As Hunter Geyer is burning it down on the front stretch.
He earned it. Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was definitely a grinder of a race. I believe, 10 yellows? Which averages out to, 1 yellow every 15 laps.
Seems about right.
So we're going to go work backwards here. We're going to grab Jackson Sibley, who finished in our 3rd place spot. Jackson, it's Fred and Dave up in the booth. You got a copy on us?
Yes, sir. I got you guys.
Man, what a grinder at Phoenix, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it really was. It was a frustrating race for me, honestly, for 80% of it. But, yeah, it worked out there in the end.
Yeah, for sure. Putting up P3 podium. Walk us through. How are you able to just, I guess, stay alive tonight?
Man, well, I always race better on a long green run. And the multitude of cautions in this race was not playing into my favor. And I kept losing positions on restarts throughout the first part of the race. And eventually that last caution came out, I think around 112. And I knew I had to get a good restart and stay up because track position was everything. Passing was extremely difficult. I didn't expect I'd be able to make it up to top 3, but I just tried to take care of the car for the first 10 laps and then just went into go mode and ended up coming home P3.
Yeah, that's
Man, and you guys put on one heck of a show there coming to the final laps with you and Russell Windsor coming to almost a drag race there on the final 2 laps.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun racing with Russell. We both kept it clean. We weren't dooring each other, and he had some speed up top. I couldn't figure out a way around him. I knew Dawson's tires were a little worse, and so I was able to slide job him when I was getting past. But yeah, Russell was it was fun battling with him.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That was a lot of fun to watch, and it seemed like kind of the mo tonight was just stay alive.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And there was a couple times when my day could have been over if I was just a few feet in a different direction. My
Right,
race would have been ended, and I was lucky to be in the right spot at the right time for most of the wrecks throughout this race.
right,
Usually,
right.
I'm not. So,
Yep. Anyone you want to shout out or thank or say anything to while we got you up
yeah,
here?
absolutely. I've wanted to say thank you to both of you for a while now because you guys do an absolutely awesome job with the broadcast. It is so sweet to watch. So, shout out you guys for putting on such a good show and doing all the work that you guys do. I appreciate it. Shout out to Hunter Geyer, our winner, and my teammate at Door to Door. We now have 2 out of the 4 wins this season, and
Nice.
we're feeling pretty good about that. Shout out to the Warhorse boys back home. We got Ryan, Travis, Craig. Of course, Hunter's in there. Shout out my girlfriend watching at home. Um, yeah,
Awesome. Well,
Well, now you said you guys,
congratulations.
and I appreciate that, but I got to give Metal a shout out. I'm just a sit-in tonight because Metal
Yeah.
couldn't be here. He
Yeah.
had to work. I'm just here helping out, but we appreciate you
well,
giving us a shout
Yes.
out.
Yes,
thanks for filling
absolutely.
in, David. Tell Metal I said good job because I wanted to tell that to you guys for a while. I haven't been able to make it to the podium.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, we
We will relay
appreciate it.
the message, my friend.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
All right,
Well,
appreciate you
enjoy
guys.
enjoy this one. We'll be catching you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next will be your second place driver, one who I'm assuming has been wanting to be interviewed by me since he graduated in another league. So let's get him up here.
And his team owner in the same
His
chat.
team owner, he's driving the car, Mr. Russell Windsor.
How's it going, guys?
Welcome to the booth.
man.
Congratulations, P2, just keeping that car alive.
Yeah, well, I was 2 laps down after pitting, gonna close pit early. I didn't know how I was gonna play out, but it just chipped away at it.
Seemed to fall like the cards fell right in your lap. I know you and I talked off stream a little earlier. You were a little bit nervous about Phoenix, and I kind of gave you that. You'll be fine. And look at that.
Yeah, it just takes me until like lap 120 at Phoenix to be a top 3 car. So
Right.
I don't know
yeah.
why it just doesn't click like a Kansas or Atlanta or something where I can just hit the ground running. It's like I've got to relearn it every time.
Yeah, well, it's such a unique track with the dog leg and just how odd shaped it is. It's really hard to kind of get a solid pace going, and I think 10 cautions tonight really prove that.
Yeah, I was pretty messy early. I mean, I think I was the first one. I think I did that in probably another race you've broadcasted with me at Phoenix. I start them all that way and then get away with no damage and then just work my way back from there. So
Yep, somehow chip your way back through, and that's what you got to do. You got to persevere. You can't let it get in your head. You know that it's a long race. You know that, like, I know yourself personally, you're real good at strategizing through the race, and as long as there's not a lot of damage on that car, you're usually pretty able to chip your way back up through, find your way to the front, and well, here we are on another podium, and you're getting another interview this week.
yeah, I look forward to them. So
Yeah,
I hope I
absolutely.
can keep that kind of thing going. But yeah, I would say I felt at the end like I might would have had some for Hunter if I could have got there. I was just able to close a 10th or so, but
Yeah,
yeah, I needed a caution and a fresh set of tires to see where I was. But some good racing at the front.
yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
good. You and Jackson battling that out. Dave, you got anything for him?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, you did a great job keeping that car clean and working yourself back up there. And we just talked to Jackson, and in the closing laps there, you guys were really racing hard and kind of having a drag race when the white flag came out. He kind of got past you there, but you overcame and got back around him again to pull off P2. What was going through your mind whenever you got a little loose and Jackson got up on you? Did you think it was too far gone, or were you confident you're going to be able to get him back?
If he would have got to my outside, I would have been real nervous. But maintaining the outside, I just had to recompose and just make sure, because I raced with him enough, and in this race I haven't really raced with him much in the past, but I felt like he was gonna race me clean and not door me up out of the way or anything, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. He could have sent it down in there and bumped me out of the way, signature Phoenix pass at the line, but he didn't, so it worked out.
Right.
Yeah, and he definitely gave kudos to you for racing clean. So you guys put on a really good show there at the end. We appreciate that.
Well, it's a fast car, David. It probably would have made it to victory lane if you'd have drove tonight.
Well, I enjoy sitting back and just, I flip the bills, I write the checks, and let you guys go have fun.
Dave likes
Hey.
putting carpal tunnel in his wrist for throwing 10 cautions in a race.
Yeah, my fingers like sore right now.
You were busier than we were in the cars.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy. Good show though. It was a good show.
Anyone
Yeah, I
anyone you
appreciate
want
it,
to
guys.
shout out or thank before we send you back down?
Oh, my dad's probably watching, so shout out to him. Possibly my uncle. Sometimes my grandpa watches them after the fact, so they all thought I
Nice.
was going to be a real NASCAR driver when I was a kid, but this is my ceiling here, virtual racing. But yeah, shout out to them, and of course, shout out to Vivor. And who are our sponsors on this car, David?
We got Fast Fred's Wrap Shop, Pro Spill Recovery.
What a coincidence! I'm talking to the owners of both of them.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that weird?
Well, I appreciate it. I'll let y'all get to Hunter and see y'all later.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right,
Congratulations.
buddy.
We'll be seeing you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, another proven driver there with Russell Windsor, and let's grab our race winner, Mr. Hunter Geyer. It is Fred and Dave up in the booth. You got a copy on us?
I got a copy.
Well, you got to burn some tires down at Phoenix. How you feeling after picking up the win here?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. That was a fun race. Didn't want to win it that way. Connor Price had the dominant car, I think. But really unfortunate for him, but I guess I'll take him when I can get him.
Yeah, sometimes you do. We're showing bouncing off the Connor comment. He did lead 104 laps, so was dominant and got an unfortunate little kerfuffle, if you will, back in the pack during that whole caution while he was in the pit deal. But that set you up for victory. You led 42 of the laps, and well, here we are up in the booth talking to you.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
in dominant fashion too. You did a great job out there tonight.
Yeah, that was good. That
I think Connor and I had some like pretty equal cars for the most part. I mean, I would be able to get up to his back bumper during those longer runs, but passing here at New Phoenix, it's just such a pain. You can't go too low because you'll get really loose and you'll get crazy runs, but you can't do anything with them. So really, I think that would have been the only way I would have been able to win it because won it on pit road. Probably have the most luck I've ever had in my life with that caution because I was literally about to pull down in the pits before before that caution came out. So I was literally coming down. So probably the luckiest caution I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it took 2 for 2 because you would have been in the pits, which would have started you deep with Connor in the back, and you could have been involved in that wreck. And then, fortunately, you stayed out. And I guess unfortunate for Connor, but fortunately for you, he was getting into that wreck, so you didn't have to necessarily quote unquote worry about the 28 beating on your door at the end of the race here. So go through the last bit of that race. It looked like it was a tight, kind of a real close battle with you, Russell, Jackson, Dawson was up there, Omar was knocking, Owen Vance kept knocking as well, and then it just seemed like as that last bit of green flag run, you were kind of almost pulling away. What was did you find a new line? Did you find a little bit of speed in it?
I mean, the clean air really helps at this track, believe it or not, even though it's a short track.
Right.
Once I was able to pull that second and a half, as long as I kept it smooth, I knew I would have a good chance. Because as tires wear, it's like I said, it's really hard to pass and it's really hard to make ground. Did worry myself with lap traffic a little bit. I think that slowed me down a bit, but they gave me plenty of space, luckily, and would just continue to run smooth. Try to save as much tire as I can, and worked out pretty good.
All right, yeah, that's good. Dave, you got anything?
I don't, man. You did a great job tonight. Finished that in dominant fashion. Like you guys were just talking. I was kind of wondering if Russell and Jackson were going to be able to heck away at that on those closing laps, but you did a fantastic job of holding your own out there and using that clean air to your advantage. So well done.
Absolutely, thanks.
Yeah, that was great. Door-to-door race in P1, P3. Anyone you want to shout out or thank before we send you back down?
Of course, yeah. First, want to thank my wife at home. She lets me do this 3 times a week, so she's my number one fan at home. Got to thank all the door-to-door guys. Jackson and Tristan. Tristan had an unfortunate night, but tough luck there. But Jackson did great. He was surprised that he got P3, but he's a very talented driver. So I know his time's coming as well. So hopefully see him in victory lane soon. And of course, I got to shout out my paint company, birdwraps.com. I have the paints for myself, Jackson, and Tristan. So I think we stunt pretty good out there, and we have some pretty good looking wraps.
Yeah, it's
But
always looking
yeah,
good.
that's. But yeah, that's all I got. And obviously, you guys up at the booth, you guys are great broadcasters. Every time I watch it back, I am thoroughly entertained. So
Awesome.
you guys do great.
Appreciate it. We'll let Metal know. He unfortunately wasn't able to make it tonight. He had some
Yeah.
work obligations come up. So
I'm just a fill in tonight, but
Yeah.
hey, we'll make sure Metal gets that note as well.
Absolutely.
yeah, I found this bum walking through the parking lot and asked him if he wanted a job for the night. So, all right. Well, I'm going to send you back down to Jackson. You go enjoy it. Congratulations, and we'll be seeing you next week.
I appreciate it. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was a fun run here at Phoenix, and that's where we're going to wrap it up. Congratulations,
Yes, it
Hunter
was.
Geyer for the win, Russell Windsor P2, Jackson Sibley P3. 11 cautions for 35 total laps. Was a bit of a meat grinder, but I want to shout out Blaze Billing for Hard Charger. He gained 20 positions, so that's an awesome run. Connor Price led the most laps, and fortunate ending for the 28 machine. Hunter Geyer with the fastest lap, which happened with 3 to go, right at the end of the race, and Dawson Price putting it on the pole. So a lot of fast cars tonight. Such a unique track here at Phoenix. Dave, anything you got before we shut her down?
No, I just feel for Metal. Wish he could have been here tonight again. His home track. We knew he wanted to be here. So my heart bleeds for that man tonight. Hopefully I held up to the standard and was able to juggle both well enough for everybody. Helped keep everybody entertained, and appreciate you inviting me in here tonight, Fred.
Yeah, for sure. Are we doing your rating out of 10 or out of 100? Because you might want more.
I would keep it low.
Keep it low.
Keep it low.
All right, everyone. We will catch you tomorrow. Superstar ARCA East taking on Rockingham for their race against cancer. So we're gonna fight cancer tomorrow at Rockingham. That should be a pretty fun event, pretty fun track. And then we're going next week. Monza for Summit GT. I believe Las Vegas for Weeknight Warrior, and I'm not sure exactly where we're going for Superstar ARCA next week. So we'll hope to see you all tomorrow. Superstar ARCA East, that should be live about 8:15. So we will catch you guys all later. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night or rest of your week, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.